Okay, new testimony. Just move my mic here.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go into the studio before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went into the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, may cross-examine the witness. Continue to count. There's nothing really to say here, it's true. How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. The only person I saw go in the studio before them was Mr. Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking. Right.
No one else went in there.
What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 o'clock?
Why, everyone was in the employee area before then.
And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy?
Old Windbag's shirt has bottles, or, well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay, so I gotta find something here. I kinda forgot what this one is. Alright, so it's time for me to actually think. I'm sure I can do it. I saw go to the studio before, then was... Oh wait, hang on. Let's check the autopsy report. Time of death, cause, pierced, okay, nothing there. Guidance, I don't think we're in that day yet. Maybe? Rare weapon, brake, shaft, and duct tape. This, it might be again. The fact that it's photo number 2, which implies that there was a photo beforehand. No one else went there. This might be it right here. If they had, I would have seen them. I think it's this right here, the fact that it's the second photo. That's number 2. I'm gonna try. I think it's right. Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work as a studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of this photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th.
Okay, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that it's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. The evidence shows that no one but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to the security lady herself. You shut your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it seemed to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldback?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Rabble.
I see. Your testimony, please. Even the judge knows this is bullshit. Okay.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go to the photos on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, see? Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out that one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, honey. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd have to say this is a bit unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
The other person. Every day I finish the guard duties at home. Okay. Another job?
That's right. I check all the people that passed in the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos the security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating.
Why is she the security lady then?
I throw out any photos that are suspicious looking.
How do you determine what's suspicious looking and what's not? How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? I don't know this, I'm just guessing, like whenever I say them. I don't have this memorized or anything. It's just a coincidence.
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag! Well, I didn't touch the suspicious-looking Bill Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it,
I just remember throwing out the photo that day. Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsal from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection!
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain, as we saw, or as we guessed.
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So on that photo you erased,
it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? This doesn't look good. Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg, and the other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, and well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
Again, why is she the security lady if she doesn't like to work or doesn't know how to work the computers, and She can't run down and catch someone. Sorry, my voice is a little weird. And can't catch people, which is what a security guard is supposed to do. Why is she the security lady? I don't... Whatever. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind.
Well, he doesn't have to wield it for very long. I mean, it doesn't mean that he's not able to stab someone with it, but whatever.
That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the bullet was there that makes him a suspect.
Yeah, they're already trying to unsuspect him. I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Recess! Yeah! Okay, we are outside now. Mr. WP? Yes. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the steel samurai in that photo? Security photo.
How should I know? The steel samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of your stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone wanted to steal a steel samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are you going to do? Are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. Filibuster. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably have done this.
Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose this. We might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go. What does this mean? Please don't sigh like that. Rabble, rabble, rabble. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. That was weird. Mr. Edgewood, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. Oh goodness, coughing. This is a Pokemon. The other person who went to the studios was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts. The defense agrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let's hear what you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right. Great, as the stakes weren't high enough. So who was the person other than Willpowers that could have committed the murder? Well, we have enough exclamation points to waste, so I'm sure I can say security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever's ever in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Old Bag. What? Whippersnapper? Order, order! Is this true, Old Bag? Oldbag, that's Mrs. Oldbag to you. Mrs. Oldbag was standing guard at the loan of the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal a Steel Samurai costume, and slipped into the Studio 1 the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing a Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and say some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, so you think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy.
Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's the chance to take this the whole way. Do I want to give... Nah, press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers likes a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter.
When I was that age, I could pin my old dad in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure?
Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Oh. Yeah, he couldn't have got in there because he doesn't have a card key. Or it could be the fact that he'd have to pass through the gate. I think it's the card key. Let's go card key.
Take that!
The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness. Miss Windbag, what was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Bam! We defended you, Will Powers. Uh-oh, maybe not.
Oh, wait a second.
I'm not just going to sit over where you want barking up in the wrong tree, me. I'm talking.
I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about?
By whom? Oh, you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify.
My lips were sealed.
Oh, different music.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me just to pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day.
But if you're going to accuse me of not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Holdback, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap and I always do what I'm told.
Except tell the truth. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, you may your cross-examination. What do we have to cross-examine? Yeah. So you were told not to talk?
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all on it.
Hey, where are some people at the studios that day? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? You should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course!
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for a run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? It was the Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head had fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, will you continue to cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but let's continue, I guess. I mean, why wouldn't I? Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and still talked. Why would I not? Yeah, exactly. What's the point? Oh, what? Oh, is that it? Oh, well, why did it just restart? What did I just ask? They said nothing to do with it. Okay, who's this? So they were actually in the studio? Yes, the whole day.
When they heard about the murder, they beat up before the cops came.
I'll kill this woman, I swear it! I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost. She's really left him hanging on this one. Whatever going to get them? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer for starters.
The director? Oh, whoops. It's the same thing. Wait, did I already read all this? No, I don't remember reading it though. Unless I'm just fucking dumb. Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yes, we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold it that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather information about the witness, Miss Silbeck, and more information about the other people who we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. Since today's proceeding in the trial of Mr. Will Powers, that is all. The court is adjourned. Now we're done. Who we? Okay, now we're in the court. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Really? It's nothing. What should I say?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigation. We have to find out more about the director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for cross-examination.
So Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit and take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag, I kind of feel sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right, we'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks guys. To be continued on the next session of Ace Attorney. I would like to state, yes, I would. Oh, whoa, okay. Sorry if you heard anything like that. So yeah, we did the first day of investigation, and we did the first trial. Next time I will we'll be going to the second day of investigation and doing the second trial. Not sure how long either of those last. So who knows? Maybe that's all we'll get done. Maybe I'll move on. Who knows? We'll have to see. We'll see at that time. But yeah. So if you enjoyed this Let's Play of this game, I would encourage you to press the like button, subscribe button, whatever it is you want to press. And yeah, I hope you will join me next time. But until then, I will see ya. Whoa. Hey there guys, if you like this video and you'd like to let me know, there should be a button down there that says like. Go ahead and give that a little click for me. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, then there should be a button down there that says subscribe. Go ahead and give that a little click too if you want. Well, that's about all I got to say, so see ya.